Return to the Mac, episode 116.
Hey,
Bitch. It's been 2 weeks.
Been too long.
Feels like it has been a really long time.
Hell yeah, man.
Couldn't avoid it though. Vegas interrupted. I'm sorry. Early when I planned the Vegas trip, I thought we were good because we were recording on Saturdays. We switched it up, so we had to skip a week.
We started the world tour.
Yes, we're out here. I'm making moves. I'm not much of a traveler, but when I go, I'm making really good moves.
Probably traveled the most out here.
Yeah. We gotta get y'all out some more.
Right.
We gotta get y'all out some more. Vegas is everything that you would expect it to be. Vegas was incredible.
Yeah,
it was.
I legit loved it. It is just, you can't even really explain it. I'm not like a architecture and lights type of person that gets like blown away by this type of shit. But when you're there, it's just ridiculous. Like the lights are just, it's so beautiful. Everywhere you go. Yeah, every casino's obviously got signs and shit lit up. It just like gets your attention. It's just like very visually stimulating.
Yeah. People
everywhere, fine girls everywhere, money. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Gambling.
Yeah, gambling
money,
all
bitches.
over the place. As soon as we landed, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. And you know you got 10 a.m. football start over there because of the West Coast time.
Yeah.
So as soon as we got there, we went and found a sports bar. And in Vegas, they're taxing you to death on everything.
That's a fact.
So it was like, they were like, we were trying to find a spot with like 7 seats. And they said $75 a person.
Damn.
To get to the table, and then your food comes off of it as you order, but they're hitting you with the straight 75 no matter what. So we ended up getting getting some seats that were like up against the bar for 50. And once you in there, of course, everything's expensive too.
Yeah.
So I got a sandwich, fries, and a drink, and it was like $35, $40 or something. So I wasn't really drinking, but they ordered a couple shots to add on to anybody that wasn't at the $50, and pretty soon, the money was not an issue. That got done real quick. But that was a blast getting to watch all the games and stuff. Everybody's going crazy and all that. So then we're at the casino, and me and another dude, we stepped outside to cigarette and vape break. Mm-hmm. We step outside, and there's people all over and stuff, and these girls are walking around taking pictures with people, like burlesque dancers.
Right.
Oh, nice.
So they walk up to us, they're like, "Oh, you guys want a picture?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah, what's up?"
$100.
We take the pictures, and then afterwards they're like $20 each for each girl. There's 2 of them, like $20 each.
Oh, I'll be like, yeah, that's cheap.
Other dude gives them the money, and I was like, nah. They were like $20 each. I was like, you didn't say nothing about that for the picture. And they were like $20.
Oh, for the picture or the girl?
For the picture.
I was like, for the girl, that's cheap.
$20 for the picture. I just kept saying no. And they were like, $20 for the picture.
Did y'all already take the picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it was like, nah, pay me that.
That's how they get you in these big cities and shit. Like, people act like they're doing you a favor and stuff.
And then they charge you a deal.
Then they ask like a tip or something.
Yes.
I told this one dude, like, when I was in New Orleans and shit, he was handing out beads and stuff. And he's like, I know which one you like. It was something that a guy with dreads would kind of necklace a guy with dreads would like.
Yeah.
I know which one you like, big dog. I got you.
All right.
So he gives it to me.
Oh, they probably love when they see you. Oh, we about to get him.
He gave it to me. He gave one to my girl, and he's like, yeah, just give me like $5. I'm like, nah, bro, you just gave it to me. I'm not, you can have it back if you want to. I'm not giving you anything. But yeah, go ahead with your story. That's how people do in big cities and shit.
They're trying to get $20 a piece out of me. And I just said no, like legit, 5 or 6
$20 a piece from each one of y'all?
Yes. He
Not like he give 20 and you give 20.
He paid 40, and they wanted 40 from me.
Oh no, yeah. Fuck out of here.
So I said no like 5 or 6 times, and the girl just keeps saying it's $20. She has my phone. She took the picture.
Oh,
she's got my phone, and I'm like, I was like, all right, they're not just gonna go away. I go into my wallet. I was like, I got 5. That's all I'm giving you. And they were like, it's 20. We just kept going back and forth, and I was like, no. And she was like, well, delete the pictures then. I said, delete the pictures.
Right.
I was trying to grab my phone out of her hand, and she like wouldn't give it back.
That's crazy. She was trying to keep your phone hot.
I swear. So she goes in, she deletes the pictures. I go grab the phone back, and she's like, no, recently deleted. She goes down to the recently deleted.
You want you to have it at all?
She starts deleting them. I was like, yo, delete whatever you need, so I'm not giving you $40. So I gave them $5.
So they don't even give you a hard copy.
No, it's on my phone.
No, bitch, fuck you. What kind of shit is that?
So they
what kind of hustle is this?
They deleted 3 of the 4 pictures that were taken. I actually still have one.
I got finesse.
Either way, I wasn't giving them more than
if you had like any of their social media information and you tagged them on that photo, thanks for the picture.
Thanks for the free pic.
You gotta put it in a clip. Put it in a pod clip.
Right, that'd be awesome.
Nah, but from then on, they're out everywhere. So, they gotta make retarded amounts of money.
Oh, of course.
Because they're hitting people for $40. And, people are in Vegas.
Everyone wants to take a picture.
A lot of them are drunk people. They're like, oh, whatever, this chick is crazy. She's let me take a picture.
And it's a good, just flatline numbers. Give me $20 each. Each of us $20. Everybody got $20 in their pocket.
The whole rest of the night, I was just the whole rest of the trip, I was just seeing when people would be talking to him, I'm like, oh, got him.
Got him. Another one.
Got him. So when we walk past them the rest of the way, as soon as they'd come up, it'd be like $20 to take a picture with me. And then they would just keep walking.
Right.
Oh, this motherfucker right here.
We were watching, the from the movies and shit in Vegas where they got the water fountains that shoot up out of the ground and stuff.
Yeah.
We were watching one of those shows and it finished up. It was pretty sick. I was really hyped. It finished up. I was like, oh man, that was sick. Woo! And they were right behind us. There were two of the girls doing the same thing. Were right behind us. They were like, "Woo!" And I was like, "Nope, nope."
They trying to draw me.
Don't even talk to me.
That was the icebreaker.
What's going on? I was like, "Woo!" They were like, "Woo!" I was like, "Nope, get out of here. Not gonna happen."
That's funny.
Not gonna happen. So yeah, that was like the one.
It's $20 to woo with me.
That's wild though that they charge it. They don't even give you anything.
They don't say nothing.
Just for you to have a picture of themselves.
They just said, "Let's take a picture," and they ask you for the money. Yeah.
So what's your Instagram? I mean, that's all I did. What is your Instagram? How about that?
Vegas is a racket. We played poker one night though, and I got hotter than I've ever been playing cards in my life.
Oh, you did say that.
Just look at the cards: queens, aces.
Oh,
I'd have 9, 10, and hit the straight every time. I was just hitting everything. Like the whole table was almost like just laughing, like out of like they didn't know what else to say.
Right.
Every time I was like, sorry, won it again. And they're like, oh my God, he's just going to win everything. I had quad 10s on this guy.
Sheesh.
He had a straight.
Oh,
sheesh. Now on the straight.
It was like a $600 hand is what I ended up winning out of it. That was, oh my God, that felt so fucking good.
I got to get that oxygen pumping in your lungs.
It was rocking. And then there was another table we played at. Some old man that just thought he was the star of the show. He thought he was playing poker on TV. Every time it comes around to him, he's like, I know that you got this 10 jack beat, but what if you got this, and he would just talk like that to himself for 5 minutes every time it comes around to the table.
Annoying.
I was like, I want to kill myself right now. And it was the night before we left. I was already tired. And I was like, I'm only getting a couple hours sleep. So I wasn't really in the mood to be there anyway. And this dude was just the most annoying person I've ever met. I played for half an hour and just got up and left.
Yeah, I don't
He's like, nah, I'm going to sleep. Yeah.
Maybe that's his strategy.
I'm going to get 3 hours tonight before we leave. I'm going to sleep.
Maybe that's his strategy, though. It's like, man, I could just make everybody leave.
It must have been. It must have been, because he was winning too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I can't really knock that.
No, I guess not.
Probably developed over the years.
I guess not. But the whole trip, man, we just ate at all kinds of good spots, gambled a decent amount, just walked around. There's a ton of fucking walking.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was exhausted. We were hitting 10 miles a day on my steps on the phone. Yeah, so, but I'm already planning that trip. That's going down next year again for sure.
Oh, no.
Vegas is going to have to be an annual thing at this point.
Hey, I gotta make my way there, man. I got a few places I need to go, but Vegas definitely on the list for sure.
What else you got on the list?
I haven't been to Miami. Want to go to Miami?
That's a good one.
Vegas.
Miami's crazy.
Got to go to LA. Have been to LA.
I think Miami, LA are probably the two biggest ones that I would like to check.
Yeah, I got to check those off because I mean, I don't know those kind of vibes I'll be with. Just kind of real chill and stuff. And
Miami definitely is a vibe.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get down there. Sometime soon, probably by next year at least. I've been checked one of those off my box.
That's what's up. Well, if you like drinking, they'll keep you a drink in your hands at all times at the casino too.
Oh, in Vegas, yeah, for sure. I mean,
that's a nice little perk. Most of the places are giving out drinks for free, $1 tip to the waitress or whatever. But I wasn't drinking. I'm getting Dr. Peppers and shit. It's not quite as cool as the $8 or $9 drinks that y'all would be getting.
Yeah, well, look, man, I got a limit.
That's how they keep you there.
Yeah, I got a
keep the liquor coming.
Don't get trashed.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen to me.
Well, what'd y'all do? What y'all have going on this past? It's been 2 weeks. Anything crazy?
Nope. School shit. Or I talked to the monks.
Oh yeah,
I had to run down on them.
What did you ask?
Got to run it back. I mean, they stayed for like the next week or so. They kept coming back.
You asked about that training shit, didn't you? Yeah,
I didn't. But look, I walked up on one of them. I was like, "Yo, I just got to talk to one. I got to see what's up. Why they here?" So I was like, "What's up?" So the first thing I asked was, "So are you what they would consider a monk?" Is that what y'all know? He was like, I started him a little bit because I walked up on him. Yeah. He like looked me up and down. Run it back. So yeah, he looked me up and down. And then I just basically asked him like, so what brought y'all to Randolph or whatever? And he was like, yeah, we was up here teaching everybody about Mandela at the library. And that was just it.
I wonder what do they have to do with Mandela?
I don't know. No idea. I didn't go any deeper in the conversation. Just told me straight up what it was. I'm like, all right, I'll just take it and leave it.
So I think you kind of just answered this that you don't know, but like they're like working for the school, or they just like showed up and just started teaching.
I feel like they just showed up because they were just there for a week and then they just left. They ain't been back.
That's wild.
Was gonna vanish too.
Mandela monks.
Caveman was eating every day. Was eating good too.
That man,
no meat.
All vegetarian shit, vegan shit.
That's what I thought. I was gonna ask, what do they eat? What's their diet? I'm fucking curious about
veggie burgers and shit.
He was really interested in the monks.
No meat whatsoever.
I would stay with them for a little while. I wouldn't shave my head or none of that shit. They don't have to.
Oh, you said you would stay with them.
I would stay with them for a little while.
Go kick it with them and shit.
I wouldn't shave my head and shit, but
why do you want to stay with them?
I want to learn.
No, you don't. You don't.
What?
You want to be water?
Yeah, something like that. What? I mean, look, I will come back knowing some shit. I'll tell you that.
Well, you don't now, so maybe you
Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
What did you do the last 2 weeks, man?
Honestly, I can't fucking remember.
It's
the
really
last
hard.
2 weeks are a blur. I can tell you though, remember we had a conversation about insurance and shit, right? And how my insurance company was trying to scam me.
I had an insurance friend of mine that listens to the pod.
They weren't trying to scam you. They was doing what they supposed to do.
Doing the insurance. Yeah, my boy that used to work insurance with me listens to the pod, and he agreed with me that he was don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
I just want to report that back.
I don't care, bro. I'm telling you, they should have new rules set in place to get your fucking some of your money back because they just stealing shit. But I fucking hit a deer.
Wait, this is a new incident?
I hit a deer.
You're the reason why they gotta charge these other people that don't have accidents.
This my first fucking. They just happened to happen, in close together. But this is the first time this just happened in a long ass time.
It's on the way to the crib.
I was leaving out. I was going into the town and shit. Me and my girl were going on a date. Feel me? It's about 8 o'clock, so it's just getting dark. And fucking coming down the mountain, man, it's just two deer on the side of the road fucking eating and shit. And I see the motherfuckers. I'm like, all right, just stay where you at.
So you interrupted them.
They on the side of the road. I'm like, just stay where the fuck you at. And
you thought you was just gonna speed by them without them running out. Mm-hmm. That's never the case. Never the case. Always
ran out into the fucking road right in front of the truck. And it was crunch time after that. It was crunch time.
Anytime you see deer, just slow down, bro. They gonna run out.
I know.
Like it's inevitable. They just run out. They just gonna do that shit regardless.
By the time I seen it, it was too late. It's like, and I'm not gonna swerve. I'm not gonna slam on brakes. I'm not gonna ease off the gas pedal. I didn't lose speed when I hit the motherfucker.
I mean, you're in a truck, so you got the right vehicle to do it.
It was crunch time. I'm trying to tell you.
It was crunch time.
I'm trying to tell you. It was fucked up. But,
you ever think it's something about you?
Huh?
Think it's something about you? Like other things just think you're soft?
No,
They can fuck with your truck. Nobody's ever messed with my car. No person, no deers. They know not to mess with my stuff.
Well, the shit
doors, it's just like, yo, this is somebody I can fuck with.
That's a weak ass truck going up.
Yep. Weak ass truck owner.
We ain't worried about that.
Weak ass truck owner.
Just fucking slap a turd down on there. And just in case somebody thinking they can fuck with me. But no, yeah, I mean, so I got to deal with that now. Crack my bumper up a little bit. But other than that, it's not too much damage.
It's too bad it didn't happen sooner. And you could have just put it all under one claim.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about the other thing anymore. That's done and over with. So we're good. That's fixed now. So on to this one. I'll get this fixed. Good thing I don't have to pay anything for this. But, I'll take that. Yeah, that shit sure did happen, man. Ran over a fucking deer. I told my girl, she was on the passenger side, and I kind of hit it on the passenger side. I was like, how you feel that you smushed the deer? You know? She ran right over top of the shit. I mean, it was kind of her fault.
How did she feel about that?
No, she wasn't having
She wasn't having it.
She didn't like it. She was pretty sad. She was actually pretty sad about it.
Yeah, I had a situation like that.
I think I told her.
My little lady, she hit a cat on the way to the crib one time. And then she was like,
Baby toe up.
First she got home and she walked in like tears just rolling. I'm like, yo, what is going on? She was like rambling, whining, and I couldn't hear what she was saying. And she told me she had hit a cat, and she said she tried to go back and try to see if it was alright, and it was gone. She broke all the way down.
Oh, I didn't check on the deer.
I'm like, it's just a cat. It's alright. I'm like, she was toe up about that.
Yeah, that shit tear girls up and shit. But I mean, I told my girls, circle of life. I don't know if it's actually how it works like that.
I think it is. I wouldn't feel bad about a deer or a cat. If I hit a dog, I would feel bad like that's probably somebody's pet, but I wouldn't care still, honestly.
Well, it's the cat is probably somebody's pet too.
Yeah, but cats deserve
be out here.
Yeah, cats deserve to die.
I'm not a fan of cats.
No, they're evil. I don't care for them.
They're little sneaky motherfuckers.
Right.
Motherfuckers be sneaking up on you and
Why
shit.
do they hate their owners?
I don't understand.
What kind of pets hate their owners?
They really
I just hate that cats can roam around the neighborhood and shit. And it's okay. I hate that.
Yeah.
Keep your cat in
your
fucking house. They
independent, but they not though.
Keep your cat in the fucking house.
That's what I don't like. At least a dog just bow all the way in. I'm dependent on you all the way.
Right.
Cats try to act like they independent,
right.
but they always come back.
Why the fuck you
so
mean?
You're not independent.
And then a cat, never know where the fuck a cat been. And then they come back in your house and on your shit.
Some nasty.
Never know where the fuck was you at all day.
Nasty.
Dogs know their role.
Dogs know their fucking role, and they stick to it.
Cats out here running around like star players with no talent. Johnny Manziel in this bitch.
Right.
Yeah. That's a cat.
Entitled.
That's a cat. Entitled. That's a good word.
Yeah, entitled.
That's a good word. Act like they don't need you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't shoot. Oh, never mind. That doesn't line up. Never mind.
They don't need you.
Yeah, cats. Man. I don't know how we got on that, but fuck cats.
Yeah, fuck them all.
Football.
Let's do it.
Football, man. It's been a long 2 weeks. I don't know how much we want to go into last week's games because it's probably hard to remember.
Nothing.
We could check a couple of the main ones, but I think this will be a good time for us to check in on Carl. We're friends. We got to check in on each other's mental health. I know that you can't be too mentally healthy right now because you live and die by these Steelers, and you're dying right now. A lot more dying than living.
I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, fourth team in the AFC North, 3 games in. Yeah. Honestly, man, I'm not like super discouraged, I'm not sitting here saying like I've seen the Pittsburgh Steelers start worse. I've seen them start 0-3, 0-4 before and finish with a winning season. So I'm not really worried about that. I think we'll be able to turn around at some point. But there are some things that do concern me.
Let's talk about Ben Roethlisberger.
Big motherfucking tree.
He's bad right now. I mean, I don't
think
really
he
know.
Can come back? Do you think he can get it back together?
Did y'all sign him for another 2 years?
No, just this season. The thing is, Ben sold us some fucking wolf tickets.
What does that mean? That's some country shit.
Does that mean?
You know, I moved out to the country a month ago.
I don't actually know what it means, but it's like when somebody like presents something, and then when you actually see the real deal,
wolf in sheep's clothing.
Right, exactly.
Wolf tickets. I'm
fucking
gonna have to
fake.
look that up.
Fucking fake.
What did he sell you that was fake?
In the Detroit Lions fucking preseason game, the dude was awesome. I mean, when you watched it, he was 8 of 11, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I ain't watching.
I'm just saying, he looked great. I mean, he hasn't looked like that for one drive this season.
Now,
Not at all.
Word. Now, I know you know better than this. To really buy into somebody getting off in the fucking preseason.
No, bro.
I know you know better than this.
This is what we tried to tell you.
No, this is not.
I know you know better. This is why we don't pay attention to these games like that.
Chase in the preseason couldn't catch anything. Now he's catching a touchdown every week.
Caught a touchdown every game.
Preseason.
All I'm saying is, bro, that he hasn't even looked half as good as that. That's what I'm saying. But the Steelers have. All right, I'll say this: when healthy, the Steelers' defense. I said this last year, and this remains true. When healthy, the Steelers' defense is the best unit in all of football.
All right, I want to ask you, hold on,
regardless of anybody else. The Steelers' offense, when healthy, is the worst unit in NFL history.
When healthy?
Yeah, they are bad.
In NFL history?
They are the worst unit.
Why?
I'm going to just let it go. Go ahead. Shit on them.
Why?
But
why is the offense
it starts
so
with
bad?
Ben.
It starts with that O-line.
No, it doesn't make sense to me.
I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you it starts with Ben because regardless of how bad the O-line is, Ben is he's 18 years in the fucking game. You're supposed to be cerebral enough to know what a fucking good play call is and put your offense in the best scenario each time out. So. There's nothing the Steelers offense does well. We supposed to do
funny to me?
Quick passing scheme shit. We don't even do that shit good.
You know how for years y'all killed the Patriots for the dink and dunk offense? How does it feel that y'all can't do the shit? Y'all killed the shit every single game y'all try. You can't even complete a 5-yard pass.
Well, I mean, to me, like I said, it just starts with Ben because again, he's missing some open throws. You can't tell me that guys are not open. He's holding the ball, pump faking 2 or 3 times. You can't tell me that guys are not open. Like I haven't seen it on like the film, all 22 or whatever. But to me, like somebody has to be open, and if not, then we have a bigger question for the offensive coordinator and stuff like that. But it's just some plays that Ben, like you can't take sacks. You running around taking a sack when you're outside of the pocket. You spinning around. You look like a grandpa playing with his. Come on, that looks bad, bro. Throw the fucking ball away. Did you see the interception he threw?
Yeah.
It was right to the dude. He was right in front of him. These kind of things are inexcusable.
It just doesn't make sense to me because the defense is so good and the offensive weapons are so talented. Like we see bad quarterbacks on other teams and they suck and stuff, but usually it's a bad team all around. They don't have receivers to throw to. They don't have a run game.
Right.
I just can't. I don't have no excuses at this point.
Yeah, every single week, I can't. I look at the game and I'm like, Steelers got to win this. Like, there's no way they can stop the weapons and score enough against them, and it hasn't happened. Bro, the offensive part doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna give you a couple numbers for the Steelers.
Oh, give us the numbers.
13 is the first number.
Number of players they would have on the field if they had too many.
No, that's the number of players. They can have 13 players out there and still not score a touchdown.
What is 13? I'm sorry.
There's 13 straight games the Steelers have opened the game without scoring a touchdown.
In the first quarter. I heard a stat.
They haven't scored an opening drive touchdown in 13 straight games.
Jesus. This
is awful.
This is something else. Y'all lost like 3 straight home games or something? 4 straight home games or something like that?
At least 3.
Yeah.
Counting the
Browns.
The Browns. Yeah.
What other numbers you got for us?
75.
Sheesh.
75.
That's a high number.
75.
I don't know.
Prior to Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers had 75 straight games with a sack.
Got them.
That streak is now broken by the fucking Bengals.
Got him. Joe Burrow.
By the Bengals.
Put some respect on Joe Burrow.
Now, of course, TJ Watt's missing, Alex Highsmith. You're missing some key defensive players. But regardless, and honestly, I don't think the defense played bad. They played bad in some sort. But you gotta have an offense that can say, "Hey, we can score 26 points. Hey, we can score 27." The Bengals scored fucking 24 points.
They did.
They didn't. It's not. It's just things like that. This is why the Steelers' offense is it's the worst offense in NFL history. It really is.
Do you have any defensive concerns, though? The only reason I ask, obviously, the defense is still good. But last year, it was like, I don't expect the other team to score a touchdown today. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
the defense was so shut down. It was like, when somebody scored, it was like, wow, they got a touchdown on the Steelers. That was last year. It was really like that. Minka was just unstoppable. Yeah, right now, it seems like teams are getting to the 20s each week.
Well, it's just because of attrition. We've missed some major players on defense the last 2 weeks. I know what the defense is capable of. Look at the Bills game week 1. I mean, I know you don't want to keep on going back, but the Bills have scored 35 and then 40-something points.
Yeah.
With a fully healthy Steelers defense.
So no concerns there.
No, because like I said, we missed key pieces.
How long is Watt out?
Weeks. He should be back next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he should be back next week.
And
I mean, we should get some other players back.
Groin injury ain't going nowhere
as well. I mean, but he practiced all week last week. He was a late scratch, so that tells me that he won't miss more than maybe one more game.
You got a tough month coming up. Have you looked ahead?
The tougher, the better for the Steelers.
I was just listening to somebody else talking about it. The next 4 are.
Honestly, if the Steelers can go 3-4 by their bye week,
Packers,
I'll be satisfied.
Broncos, Seahawks, Browns, then the Bears.
After that, you get Bears, Lions, which will be nice, but that's a tough 4-game stretch.
3-4 by the bye week, and the Steelers will be in good position. That's all we're asking for. 3-4. That means you got to beat up on one of these. I think we can. I don't know where the Steelers go from here, but they're going to win some games. They just played a terrible stretch. Like I said, this is the worst offense in NFL history. I am not exaggerating.
You are exaggerating because there's at least 4 worse this year. But
bro, nobody's worse at running the football than the Steelers.
The Jets are worse. The Jets are worse.
Not at running the football.
They are.
Najee had. Let me tell you this.
Jets can't do shit.
No, let me tell you this. Najee had 40 rushing yards, 14 attempts, 40 yards. The motherfucker popped a 20-yard run.
Oof.
So that means he went 13 attempts for 20 yards, bro.
This is what I was hoping
for.
13 attempts for 20 yards.
See, this is the stuff that other non-Steelers fans would love to listen to. Is the Steelers fan ham?
I'm saying, like, we
let it out.
Obviously, Najee's talented. I mean, the dude he's made plays every week when given opportunities, but the offensive line is not affording him any. So, Mike Tomlin. Well, this is an answer that Mike Tomlin had after the game when did you see the play?
Don't tell me Tomlin dropping the ball too.
Everybody deserves some blame for losing to the fucking Bungles.
That's what he said.
It was 4th and 10, and the play that Ben decides he throws it out to the flat. It's 4th and 10, and we're on the 10-yard line, so it's goal to go. We have to score. You think you're gonna throw the ball in the fucking end zone? He throws it in the flat to Najee.
I remember this play
at the 11-yard line. Najee hasn't even made it past the line of scrimmage yet.
He's like, I was gonna say,
and he's corralled before he even gets there.
7 or 8 yards short is where he caught it.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the kind of. And then when Mike Tomlin's asked about it, he says, "We have fired all of our bullets at that point." What kind of fucking answer is that? Yo, what kind of shit is that? We have fired all. That's the last play. Clip it. Yo, what kind? Is that the last play?
Unloaded the clip.
What kind of answer is that? Yo, you can't say no shit like that. Oh, we have fired all of our bullets. That was the last shot.
All we had is the running back flat. That's all we had.
That was the last shot.
They ran.
No, but I know exactly what he really covered up for being on that play. Like, I know what happened. They had fooled Ben because earlier in the game, Ben thought that they did do an all-out blitz, and Ben should have hit Najee that time. Yep. They came up to the line this time on another 4th down, and then Ben, without even thinking about it, just dumps it off to Najee without even reading the defense.
He threw that shit like a wide receiver screen. Like, as soon as he took the snap, it was out to the side.
He was probably like, got him.
He thought so.
I got there.
They got you. They got you. This is the 18-year vet that I'm talking about, though.
Now that you say that, I remember the exact play.
And that's the problem with Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger has never been known as the cerebral player. He's always been known as this physically talented, like, really
shitting on these motherfuckers right there.
No, really, he's not a cerebral player. Ben has always made these boneheaded mistakes. But the thing about it is he's been so talented with his arm and just like competitor, like being a pure competitor out there. A raw athlete, like I said, physically one of the top 5 prospects to ever play the game. I would say that for sure. But cerebrally, like I said,
back now, like let that shit go, bro.
Yeah, he can't do those type of things anymore. So you got to win the game upstairs, and it's nothing going on above the neck or below the neck for Ben Roethlisberger right now. It's
okay with the bars today.
I'm saying it is nothing going on.
It's been sitting here for 15 hours.
I'm just saying the fact, bro. The offense will be better once Ben starts playing better, and I refuse to believe that he cannot play better because
we're gonna find out next week.
Yeah, we'll find out. We don't have another option. We don't have another option.
No viable option.
Hey, that's Cam's still chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Cam can't read a fucking defense, so he can't learn the playbook fast enough to get up to speed. But honestly,
at least he can scramble out of there and make some shit happen.
If he could just fucking get the snap and fall forward, it's better than what the Steelers can do on 1st down right now.
Damn.
Well, that's what I was hoping for. That felt good for me. I hope that felt good for you.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to be as entertaining or as exciting. Do you want to give us your Patriots wrap up at this point?
All right. First of all, I just want to say, gambling has made me hate football, like all together, because like the first 3 weeks of the season has been the wildest games I've ever seen in my life that don't even make no fucking sense.
Back and forth.
Telling you, bro, just blindly bet underdogs and let it go.
We had the fucking Saints, one of the best defenses in the league, and Mac had his rookie game. Throwing picks all over the place. He tried to get a little elusive, had him running and scrambling. I was like, this is not you. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be running out of the pocket. But they was forcing him out the pocket every fucking play. He was getting sacked or getting hit or throwing, almost getting hit type shit. They was all on his ass. That fucking Jameis touchdown pass was the wildest shit I've ever seen since fucking Eli Manning.
That was so Jameis.
I'm like, yo, I just threw my fucking hands up. Like, all right, this shit is over.
That play is exactly why Jameis is who he is.
Yeah,
that's why he throws all the interceptions. That's why he makes great. That touchdown was amazing. Great play, but
See, people talking about how did Jameis do it? That's the fucking receiver,
just
bro.
Terrible
he was getting dragged to the ground and threw that shit up for grabs. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I was so high.
Straight up.
I was like,
it was straight up
in the air, bro.
It was definitely supposed to go out of bounds. It was probably supposed to go out of bounds.
Yeah, he got hit when he was trying to throw it out.
He was getting drugged to the ground. He was halfway down and shit.
Has Jameis passed for over 200 yards yet?
No.
I don't think so.
No, like about a $150 every game.
It's the max, yeah.
$150 every game.
That shit is sick, bro. But yeah, that shit had me hot. But knew it had to come. He's a rookie. I knew it was going to show his head at some point, and it's going to show his head against a great defense.
Honestly, I didn't think it was a bad game though. But I haven't seen all the interceptions, but I know one of them was a tip ball, and then his completion
tip ball was bad.
His completion percentage overall looked pretty good, and then his yards. He looked like he had a decent overall outing. It's just that sometimes you're gonna throw a handful of picks. It's just gonna be one of those games,
3 picks is just terrible. Though.
Yeah, coming off of 4. No, I'm mixing.
I mean, decent numbers. Threw the ball 50 times. We was down the whole fucking game, so of course we passing the whole time.
Yeah.
So it was just he had a rookie game. I mean, it was gonna happen. This is what I was worried about seeing him being so good in the preseason. I'm like, once he sees a team with starters and adversity, a great defense, it's gonna be trouble. We got to see how he reacts to that shit.
But at least you know what? Mac Jones can run an offense. He's a rookie, but you know what?
He can't do that. I give him that. He can't run the fucking offense.
That's what's something. That's encouraging. Guys can look on the sideline and say, "Hey, you know what? We got a first down."
One thing I do like about Mac, he keeps the team in high spirits. He never looks down when he makes a bad play. He stays up. He's being a leader on the field. I like that. Those qualities about him. You never see him like pouting or like mad or staying down because he threw some picks or some shit. Like I like that, but still, maybe.
Do you think he's gonna have a good year by the end of the year? Let me rephrase that question. I guess what I think he's looked solid. He never like really impresses me that much.
Right.
But he seems like a mature rookie in that he's going to lean more towards being more of a game manager and keeping the team within reason than a guy that's going to go out and try to do too much and be really good or really bad.
I mean, it just all depends on how the season plays out. I give him to like close to mid-season to see if shit can turn around a little bit. But once we play the hard defense, it's just going to be trouble. I can see that because he doesn't have the agility to deal with a lot of pressure all the time, which most QBs can't. But you know, he got to work through it. He usually doesn't turn the ball, but we haven't shown that he turns the ball over a lot. So hopefully that won't continue.
Yeah, that's the key.
That's one of his good qualities I like.
You're playing one of the best defenses in the NFL. Is like proven,
and we at home.
They got a pass rush,
and
they have a good secondary as well too. So
motherfucking Lattimore,
shit like that happened. Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore.
He had fucking Jacoby on Lizak and Aguilar on Lizak. We had to go to Kendrick. We had to
lock up. I might lock up one of them.
I mean, I'm just saying these are some of our best guys. Jonnu had a bad game. We had Kendrick Bourne had to step up and make plays for us. He scored on one of our touchdowns and shit. But hey, got the fucking Bucks this week, so it's not looking any better right now.
I'm putting the Bucks down and murdering all this week.
Gotta hear all week. Brady's coming home. Gronk's coming home.
They're gonna put up 4 touchdowns a piece.
It's gonna be sick.
I think it's gonna be bad. I really do.
Shit.
But I guess you're the only one who got some positive news about.
I do. I'm on cloud 9 with my team.
You got that early in the Thursday night game.
I never expected to start off 3-0, so I'm very excited. Honestly, I mean, week 2 is the week to look at, though. The Texans and the Jets are both terrible teams, so the wins count the same, and I was excited about them. But the way they played in week 2 against the Saints got me really excited. For real.
Yeah,
they gave up 7 points after Jameis had just did his thing against the Packers. We answered that question. He's still the same Jameis, and he still throws interceptions against the Panthers.
Defense looks good.
And the defense looks solid. Defense looks better than solid. I still want to see next week. We'll be able to tell how good the defense is. We play Dallas next.
Yeah.
Get a legitimate offense out there. So we'll see what happens there. But
lost McCaffrey.
I mean, I got reason to be excited at this point. McCaffrey and Horn both going down against the Texans fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Because it was a game we knew we were going to win, and to lose both of them kills. I do think the way Hubbard balled in the second half.
So I got to go with the rookie.
He hadn't done anything the first 2 games at all when he got a couple touches. I think he finished with like 10 carries, 51 yards. I think he's going to be all right. And the way that we set up and run everything through that running back and stuff, I think we'll put him in really good position to do well.
Probably. So
we'll see what happens there. And then they just traded for whoever that guy was for the Jacksonville, their corner today, to replace Horn. So we shall see what happens. But either way, I was going for 7-10 this year, and we got 3 of those out of the way already. So
it's looking up.
It looks pretty good.
It's looking up.
That's good. I mean, with McCaffrey, I think I've asked this question before. But I mean, does this really prove though about running backs or not paying on like?
I think we already
which
knew.
Running back is worth it though at this point?
I think we already knew it's not worth it for any running back.
Only one running back in the NFL that is worth it.
I don't think anybody.
Derrick Henry.
I don't think anybody. I understand what you're saying. I just don't think anybody.
I think all the top guys are worth it though.
They haven't proven it though.
You're always risking injury every time you step on the field.
McCaffrey was 100% healthy his first like 3 NFL seasons. Yeah. As soon as he gets paid, it's been like injury after injury.
My reasoning though is I just don't think the position is valuable.
I think
McCaffrey is I think McCaffrey would be, if there's one guy that you can justify that money to, I think McCaffrey's the only one because of what he does in the pass game as well. And I just don't think it's worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. A running back can't make enough of a difference to the team overall to give them $15 million.
You think that because it's a passing league now?
Yeah, no, I don't think that matters. Yeah, somebody like McCaffrey is going to catch a lot of passes. But I do think because we got these guys are going to be touching the ball more than anybody else on the field besides your quarterback. Yeah. So in that sense, I think even with it a passing league, I think they're more important than people like. I don't think you can just draft a running back in the 6th round and he could be your starter.
I don't either. $15 million is what we're talking about.
Right.
And you can say Derrick Henry, but
paying that much.
The Titans haven't made a run with him.
They did last year. They made a couple playoffs.
Not a legitimate run. Not like we think this is going to be a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, but I mean, you can also argue the other way.
Defense, yeah.
Right. But you can also
but that's my point.
That's the problem.
When you spend $15 million on a running back, you don't have that money.
But then the other point is, are they even in those positions without Derrick Henry? Probably not.
No, exactly.
That's probably not.
This is my whole point, though. Is you have to pay him. There was no chance the Panthers couldn't pay McCaffrey.
Right.
Whatever.
Right, you're gonna let him walk.
They had to give him the $15 million. I'm not mad that they did, but as soon as they did, I'm thinking to myself, I hope he balls out for the next 5 years, but it's probably not going to be a good value contract.
At the same time, y'all did that and still loaded up your defense
through the draft. 3 straight
years. But it's still like,
but we're still
y'all did the proper things because y'all paid them to do what y'all had to do to get the defense.
Right, and they have a quarterback on a rookie contract.
I think we did the best that we could, but what are we going to be? Best case scenario, a 10-win team? Like best case scenario?
I mean,
that's my point. Is I just don't think it makes sense.
So what is like?
I don't think it makes sense. You got to put the big money goes to quarterbacks, offensive line, and defense. Yeah, I love McCaffrey to death, and I think they had to make the move, but I don't think you can spend on a running back and really expect to build a solid team all around.
What about Darnold?
I've been very pleasantly surprised with what he's done so far. He hasn't done anything
spectacular,
like outrageous. Yeah, I actually pulled up Teddy Bridgewater's numbers side by side, and they're near identical what they've done this year so far. Very close in yardage, completion percentage, and touchdowns and stuff. So I don't know if it's a huge jump, but I thought he was going to be garbage. So I've been very excited about what he's done so far. And I think as he gets more comfortable, I would expect he would just get better. Right. His connection with DJ Moore seems to be top notch. DJ's been looking really good the first couple of weeks.
Yes.
So we'll see. Overall, I'm very excited about Darnold, but I do still have. Everybody wants to have one of the quarterbacks that when they have the ball, the other team's afraid.
Right.
And of course, I don't know if Darnold's ever going to be that, and that's a little bit disappointing.
Well, I know we'll never be that again.
Yeah, we know.
But to me,
asked that question just so he's ready to get that shit out.
I got so much frustration watching these motherfuckers play. But no, to me, Darnold is a perfect example of what happens when you insulate your quarterback. You protect them. I personally think you're still going to see some of the bad Darnold plays, the strip sacks that he kind of causes himself, maybe some bad interceptions here and there.
He's tried a few strip sacks that just I don't understand how you didn't realize the pocket.
Right. Some shit's about to go.
No terrible interceptions yet, but where's your awareness sometimes?
Right. He's going to have some of those plays, but the offense and the defense around him is constructed to mitigate or negate or help that out on some of those negative plays and stuff like that. And then it also helps him his talent show as well too. You're able to,
because you got more time,
put more emphasis on those things, and you're able to see those things that was a great throw. Things you might have seen flashes of with the Jets. You're just going to get more consistently with the Panthers because, like I said, they found a way to kind of insulate them and protect them from all the negativity. So, I mean, overall, I think he'll end up having a pretty good season.
I hope so. I love Coach Rule, man. I trust that guy I trust him with my life. He just seems to have the gauge at all times. He's a terrible, terrible 4th and short play caller right now. He just still cannot figure that out. I swear we get stopped on 4th down every time we go for it. But outside of that, it just seems like he has the team morale. He hasn't pointed in the right direction. They keep talking about right now, when you're winning, that everything that goes right, they're attributing to the coach and all this stuff. Yeah. So who knows how legitimate it is? But they talked a lot the last 2 games about the players that he wanted to go get, and the stuff that he was looking for was speed and people that just got to the ball quickly, this, that, and the other. Yeah. And it just seems like the guys that he's picked up either in drafts or trades and stuff have done exactly what he likes. So I like that.
Yeah, that's dope. My man look homeless though, for sure.
Absolutely. Probably one of the worst looking coaches.
It's like, damn, bro. Like,
worse than Bill.
Ain't nobody telling nobody told my man that his collar was all fucked up. Like, your collar all fucked up, dog. You just got like that joke over.
Facial hair all over.
My man look legit homeless, but hey, that's cool. Just keep it up.
Football guy.
And then 4th and short shit. I just always wonder, like, when it's 4th and less than a yard, what stops a coordinator from saying, "Let's QB sneak the shit"?
No fucking clue.
What stops you from saying that? Like,
but there's way too many times that you're watching a game and they're trying some weird trick shit, and it's like, you need 7 inches.
Right.
You need 7 inches right
now.
Let that 6'5" quarterback fall
forward.
What
That's
are we
it.
doing? Why are we giving it to McCaffrey?
I don't
6
know.
yards deep when he's fast as fuck, but he's a little guy. What are we doing?
You give the defense the advantage.
I mean, I'm not mad about giving it to McCaffrey. I wish they would have gave it to him
straight up the middle, though.
Before he got hurt.
Run something with him outside. I don't know.
I like.
It's my only complaint.
I mean, like I said, that's been the yard, man. You'd be hard, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'll probably call QB sneak every fucking time. Because it's like, what can you do to stop it?
I mean, it's stop a bowl, but
are you going to sell out for the QB sneak? Because then after that, I can do something else. I can catch you with your pants down. Like, that's what I would do. I mean, Brady does it all the fucking time and it works. Yeah, if Brady can do it at 43 years old.
You're not going to do that. He's one of the greatest QB sneakers of all time.
No, he really is.
Like, literally
that's
probably the greatest QB sneaker.
But I just wonder, why don't all quarterbacks do that shit?
There's no play with a higher success rate.
Yeah, right.
0.
It just makes zeros. I know everybody's trying to be too cute. It's like,
they are.
Instead of doing like the simplistic, the fundamentals.
The fundamentals.
I mean, damn, man. Can't have fun
without the mentals.
Yeah, man. How many times? How many times I gotta say this? I'm telling you.
Gotta give people a reminder right now.
Every now and then.
Y'all see this kick for the Ravens to win?
Yeah.
66 yards.
66 off the cross post.
Which I haven't seen a highlight from that game.
There was.
Apparently it was
a terrible game.
It was a terrible game.
It was 19-17. That kind of tells you everything you need to know, but just gross. It just wasn't a fun game, but towards the end, they had a 4th and 19 that they let Lamar throw over top.
Yeah. How about that delay game?
Then the field goal, right before the field goal play, the clock was clearly on 0 for about 2 seconds before the play was snapped, and they didn't call anything. The very next play, they kicked the 66-yarder. I mean, that 5 yards clearly would have missed.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even trying it at 71.
Right. 66 yards is unreal.
That's sick.
When it hit the post, I thought it hit and was bouncing back. And then you see it actually go over. I was like, wow, it's such a Lions game.
It's like a fucking movie type
that
shit.
can only happen to the Lions.
Yeah, my poor buddy's a Lions fan. And he was just like, it's just so Detroit.
The Lions they play indoors, right?
I can't even be mad.
They play indoors, right?
Yeah, he had hit a 62-yarder. It was his career long, either a year ago or 2 years ago in Detroit.
See, if I get a stadium, or if I had a stadium, it's like, we got to make, if it's like a dome, we have to make that shit retractable.
Retractable for when
just for when that motherfucker go make it, like, you think you gonna do a game when it kicks, we're gonna open this bitch up.
It takes like 30 minutes to close and open the arena.
You fuck it. We're gonna shut the lights off. We're gonna do a Super Bowl. Turn the lights off.
You talking about like opening it right before you kick?
Right before you kick the shit.
Only when they kick.
That's funny.
That play was wild though.
That was a wild kick.
It's nuts. I'm just now looking at Lamar's numbers. These look awful. 16 of 31, 287. 1 TD, 1 interception. I know you said
so I hit y'all.
Hollywood.
There was one possession that Hollywood dropped 2 50-plus yard touchdowns in the same possession. And I'm not talking about drop like he gets hit and couldn't hold on to it like he beat the defense. It hit him in his hands and he just dropped 2 in the same possession. Damn. I believe they said it was third drop of the game. So in that moment, I said I take back any bad thing I've said about Lamar if this is what he's dealing with. I don't know. Their offense is so bad.
I believe in Hollywood. You think their offense is bad, like overall?
Yeah, I don't have a good. We don't see eye to eye on the Ravens. I just have a mental thing on that. I just don't respect their offense at all. They put no fear in me. Is what I'm getting at.
Running the ball, I think Lamar Jackson puts fear in everybody.
Of course, he's scary on any particular play. He's always scary. But if I'm coming into the game, I'm not overly concerned.
Overall, I get that, especially with
not necessarily run it up.
Right. I'm not going in thinking we need to score 30 to win this game.
Probably not.
I think if we play solid defense, we could win with 20 points. And I would consider that a bad offense if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just got some injuries going on right now. We'll see what it looks like when they get some of his bigger targets back, like Rashad Bateman. And that was the first round draft pick. I
thought they did draft him.
Okay.
They drafted Rashad Bateman.
He's hurt right now?
He's on IR. And then they also have another. I thought was Sammy Watkins playing? He's playing, right?
Yeah.
All right, and I think they got another wide receiver on IR too, but I know Bateman he's supposed to be the big like 50-50 catch guy. And they need one of those instead of these speed demons, where even Lamar is precise.
I think Mark Andrews might be overrated.
Yeah, well, he had 109 yards.
Did it?
That game?
Yeah. Last game he had 5 receptions, 109 yards.
That's a quiet 109.
Correct.
Did he score?
No TDs. Right? Duvernay caught the TV.
Duvernay.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think the Ravens are the same team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a ton of injuries, so we'll see. I think it's interesting they haven't called up Le'Veon Bell from the practice squad yet. That's interesting to me. It's like, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're just waiting on the Steelers game.
I mean, that boy, what's his name? Tyson.
He's nice.
He's pretty good.
He can run.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he all right. I think anybody behind the Ravens, just in that scheme.
But he's pretty solid.
Because you got to worry about Lamar Jackson so much
that
it's like the running back going to eat a little bit. Yeah, it's just hard not to. You got to half the defense is going to be focused on Lamar every play.
Yeah.
So, gives you something not to worry about.
Can we talk about that Bucks-Rams game?
Yeah, let's do it.
That was a good game. Good fucking game.
It was.
I don't know if it wasn't really
close
a good game, but the Rams were really in control.
They whooped that ass.
Yeah. They beat them down.
I mean, that's a good game. That's fun to watch.
Yeah, that was great. Well, I like to see.
No, I did expect it to be a better game, though. So with it being so lopsided, I was a little bit disappointed. But I think the Rams just.
Yeah,
they got to be the team to beat in the NFC.
They was stupid hype. Like at halftime, stupid hype to be up on the Bucks. I mean, I understand they're defending champions. Huh?
Do you know the stat?
Of what?
Sean McVay is 40-0 when up at half.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
well, that's why you got to be hyped, because we just beat these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think it's
fucking 40-0?
Do you think it's a little extra because, Brady has like a long-term relationship with the Rams? He won his first ring against the Rams. He won his last ring with us against the Rams. He won. You know what I'm saying? He's had some issues with the Rams, putting them out in big situations.
I think it's more about y'all just beat the defending Super Bowl champions.
Maybe so.
It kind of stamps the fact that you
McVay was there when they lost in that Super Bowl, though. He remembers that.
The Rams felt like that they were one piece away from,
that season was their season.
I think they're right.
That season was their season. So
right. Because they walked into that Super Bowl with the highest ranked offense, and they scored 9 points or some shit like that.
Shut them motherfuckers down.
That's not going to happen with Matt Stafford, though. That's what they saying.
Stafford.
That's what they thought.
Stafford is fucking different.
Like I said, to me, he's always been. He's got an Aaron Rodgers like skill set. They really kind of play the game very similar. So he's just been in Detroit buried. And it's like, how many Detroit games do you watch?
It was kind of cool to get to see him have like an important primetime moment.
Right.
They were making a really
Never had
really big deal about it during the game, the announcers and stuff, but that is a pretty big deal when you consider his
343
entire career came
38
in Detroit playing in meaningless games.
Right.
Yeah.
And he did kind of have a little bit of a slow start, and you could tell once he caught on, he took over.
And where the fuck did Deshawn Jackson come from?
I forgot he
When I
was
seen him
signed.
catch the touchdown, where the fuck did this guy come from?
No clue he was on the team. Thought it was fucking Tavon Austin.
Before that, Matt Stafford had underthrown him for a touchdown. Like
he had two.
He had two deep balls. He caught one touchdown. But
he could have caught two touchdowns.
Apparently, he hadn't did shit for the first two games. He hadn't got no catches at all. Then he comes out this game and fucking catches a couple bombs.
Do y'all agree that? I mean, to me, I think Deshaun Jackson might be the best deep threat in NFL history.
He's definitely one of them.
He's he has
just as a specialist.
He has the record for it's either the most 40 plus or 50 plus yards.
I would believe that.
Yeah, that's what he does. I mean, that's his game.
He's 35 years old and still running past defenses, though.
Still got the wins.
Just the thing about him is he can't stay on the field. When you hit him one time, he's coming off the field.
It's a small dude.
Yeah, he's coming off the field. And don't send him on
that's probably why he only catches deep balls.
That's the only route he runs,
Yeah, don't send him over the middle. Don't send him on a deep poster like that. No, all he can do is run goes. Just run and go. And he's going to beat the defense. Like, I don't know. It's unheard of to see somebody like this still running past defenses at this age.
What a weapon to have when you've got a good quarterback that's already got Woods and Cup throwing it all over the place. Cup's a monster.
And Higby Cup is a fucking
What's
problem.
up with Cup, man? He don't get no love.
He's not like a good slot receiver. Like he's a really top of the.
He's
definitely a top 10 receiver.
Yeah.
But nobody gives him love like that.
You know why?
Like, I picked up
He's
Cup.
the white receiver, man.
Yeah, but I think it's more so to do with injuries because he's been every time he's ever been on the field. It's never been a time where he's not been injured and hasn't been productive.
He's one of the best route runners in the league.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know what the answer is because I do think Woods is looked at as the number one.
I don't even like Woods. I don't think he's that good.
Number one?
I do. I don't know about right now. Like in this moment, I think Cup has surpassed this season, but. Last year, who would you have thought is the one and who's the two?
I think Cup has always been one over Woods, but I think they use Woods in a lot of more different situations. They had him in the backfield last game. They had a run play with him.
Yeah, they like running
in all different type of ways. So I think that's just the difference.
They've got a great offense, and they've got great defensive pieces. I think they're one to be worried about.
So Sonny finally got him some burn this game.
Yeah, I think Henderson was out.
Yeah, he was out.
Yeah.
Did pretty good. 20 carries, 67 yards.
Man, y'all see that shit with Gronk on
what?
Was it the Manning shit? Manning.
They called the game.
He said something about he doesn't watch film or doesn't practice or something.
Yeah, they were asking him about film and stuff like that. He's like,
he's talking to Brady or something.
Man, I don't watch fucking film. He's like, I don't watch film. He's like, I watch it when the team watches it.
Right.
But he's like, I just go out there and run past guys.
I think I heard him try to clean it up a couple of days later.
He's a nut, bro. He is a legit.
But I think he's dead ass though.
I don't believe he
watches. I think he's serious.
Yeah, I think he's dead ass.
I think he watches the film when all the other team watches film.
Yeah, he watches his highlights. He's like, show that touchdown.
But I got a lot of respect for it at the same time because it's like I'm Gronk. I'm gonna go out there and do Gronk.
At the end of the day.
And I'm not gonna watch film for somebody who can't stop me anyway.
And I got my guy throwing me the ball. I know he's gonna hit me when I'm open.
Right.
All I need to do is get open.
He's like, shit, I'm just running past people. As long as I know my assignment, it really don't matter who. Tomlin says this shit all the time, nameless gray faces and shit. Like, that shit don't matter who's out there.
Right. At the end of the day.
I'm a big Gronk, regardless.
That's cool, funny shit. That's stupid.
You don't want everybody on your team with that mentality. Man. But if he's a Hall of Famer,
good enough that it doesn't matter. But that's stupid.
I think could be better. If you could do that.
You could be better if you would look at film.
How much better you need to be?
Don't
doing ball.
I want you to be the best that you can be.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting though. I was like, oh well.
Big Rockefeller.
It's very believable. Very believable.
Where we at? 56. Night game. Packers-Niners. Came down to the wire.
That game was incredible.
It was a good game.
I thought San Fran wrapped it up. I really did because of the no timeouts. I thought
it was. They use Kyle Juszczyk like fucking the premier running back or something.
I didn't notice. I was playing poker through most of the game.
Oh, they use that dude a ton. Let me see.
Giving him straight handoffs?
He had a few handoffs. I know he caught the game-winning touchdown or the go-ahead touchdown, right?
He did.
That was him who caught the touchdown. Let me see. I know he got to be in the stat line here. I mean,
well, no, he didn't catch a touchdown.
Well, he had 5 carries for 14 yards, but he
he did.
He had 4 receptions, 37 yards and a touchdown. So I mean, he got to be the most utilized fullback.
Oh, for sure.
By far. For sure. Most rosters don't even have one. So
I don't know what to think about either one of those teams. I mean, I think they're both solid teams, but I don't know if either one is really good or average or what.
I think San Francisco's a quarterback away from being really good.
I usually ain't giving a lot of props to Garoppolo, but I ain't like how they was really pumping up Trey Lance when he had got in the game for those couple plays. They was talking like, yo, he really led them. He had a game-winning drive. And they was talking about Trey Lance. It's like, what more you expect this guy to do? He literally led them on the game-winning drive. And just because they wouldn't score and win the game, it's like, he did all he can do. He don't play defense.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck can you do?
Yeah, he's in a shitty spot because nobody wants to see him play.
Right. That's what
even if he plays well, like unless he's an MVP candidate, the majority of people want to see Lance. They just want to see.
You
Lance.
already know what time. If they are ever pulling the quarterback off of the field, and for another quarterback,
that was kind of embarrassing. They was like 4th and goal, 3rd and goal or some shit, and they pulled him because he didn't get it.
But I think that's just the newest style. Though. I know what you're saying,
the
but
writing is on the wall.
We keep seeing it.
You gotta have
with who
a lot of confidence in yourself to be able to get pulled off the field when you're about to score.
Who are we seeing this with?
With the athletic quarterbacks.
Who's getting pulled off the field?
Jameis and Drew Brees.
Andy
Dalton. I'm not saying everybody's doing it, but it's becoming a common thing that when you've gotten stopped a couple times in
if you are that guy
inside the 5 and they've gone to these rushing quarterbacks.
If you are that guy, like none of these guys that you named have shown that they're that guy in the NFL.
Right, but we know Garoppolo's not that guy.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The writing's on the wall for you.
Yeah,
at that point in time.
It's not going to happen this year, though.
Yeah, at the same time, I don't think Lance is ready.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. But the writing, that's all I'm saying is that
if you're predicting that next year he won't have the job?
No, it's definitely not. Definitely not. It's over for him.
Right. I would say, duh. I don't think anybody expects Garoppolo to stay there long term. I thought you were saying this year.
No, I mean not this year. I don't think Trey Lance is ready.
In that case, then I agree with you.
No, I'm saying once that just starts, you should already know. You should be hitting up your agent like, let's go ahead and.
Well, when they draft another quarterback, you should know that. They draft Lance to become the second quarterback for the next 6 years.
I mean, look at Green Bay.
Right. The writing was on the wall as soon as they drafted another quarterback.
But I mean, they did. But I mean, they obviously it doesn't always work out because, like I said, Jordan Love's not good. So I'm saying you don't necessarily know when they.
I don't think it's the same situation.
Yeah, because Jimmy Garoppolo's not.
I think we're saying the same thing. I don't know what we're arguing about. If we both agree this year it's not going to happen, then I agree with you that.
I do think Trey Lance is going to see more playing time each game. Like as each game goes on, like week to week, you'll see his snaps increase. They'll start to utilize him more and more.
I think they'll use him like the Saints.
I think it'll be case to case, depending on game flow or whatever. But we'll see.
I mean, they obviously have a package they like about.
Yeah, well, the play worked. Easy
touchdown
as soon as they put him in.
Right. Snap to him and take off.
The lineman that they had pulling out in front of him just shoved the corner that came up to make the block like 5 yards into the end zone. Shit was dirty. But the play was kind of normal. But Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers, there is no amount of time. You've got to run it down to under 10 seconds.
That's what I knew. They both
30 seconds is too much. I mean, at that point,
37 seconds. That's how much it was on the clock.
At that point, you got to know.
I mean, I didn't think, at no point was I ever in doubt that they were going to get a field goal.
With no timeouts, you should be able to get one fucking tackle inbounds.
It's just some quarterbacks.
You can say that after the fact, but it was just like, it was ridiculous.
No, it's just
two big plays down the field.
It's just certain quarterbacks. You know, if you get a ball to Brady or Rodgers
Wilson.
It's just certain quarterbacks. Mahomes. Yeah, you know it's over. You gave them the ball. You gave them the ball last. You lost the game.
Yep.
That's how it always works, regardless of the amount of time. Unless it's only enough time for them to take a knee. You gave them the ball last. You know that you're about to lose this game. I mean, that's how I always feel about it.
Like kicker missing.
Right. They're at least going to get their team in field goal position, though. You know?
I agree with you. If you're going to be a legitimate playoff team and you can't keep somebody from picking up 50 yards in 30 seconds.
Right.
Well,
their DBs are depleted. I think they lost 2 more during that game.
This game is going to go over 70 total.
Yeah, for sure.
These teams are running
he just broke a quarterback
field right now.
But I don't get what the philosophy is. I mean, I understand what defensive coordinators try to do in these situations. They play cautious. They play safe. Like, everybody get back. Stay back. Don't allow the big play. But they don't need the big play.
If you're letting
they need 2
8 at a time
plays.
For every 6 seconds, you're giving them 8, 9 yards.
Right. All Rodgers had to do is hit 2 20-yard plays or something like that.
At the same time, do you want to play for the 10-yard play and Rodgers throws that shit over the top for the win for you? At the same time,
I mean, honestly,
can do that too.
I would still play with some kind of aggression. I wouldn't have my DBs just backed up, just trying to play and tackle everything in front of them.
You can still set the safeties way back and have the DBs back off a little bit, but there's got to be some kind of pressure put on, or they're just going to sit there and make the easy play.
They had lost the DB, and they had a rookie guard, Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
he was cooking his ass.
That's not a good look.
You know what I'm saying? What can you do?
Not a good look.
He was cooking your ass the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I knew what time it was, and Packers they started off rough, but they are 2-1 now, soon to be 3-1. I'll tell you that. So they have turned their season around pretty good here.
I want to see the Cardinals have a big game. I want to see them play a big team next week. There it is. They play the Rams next.
Oh yeah,
they had a pretty tough one there, didn't they?
Cardinals. They played the Jags. I mean, they didn't play well. It was I think a 2-point game late in the third quarter.
That's definitely a game you would feel good about not playing well.
Yeah.
You can still get that dub.
They scored and then had a flea flicker pick 6 that the Jags attempted. Did you see their field goal return for the touchdown?
Yeah,
108 yards.
That was nuts.
They tried a 68-yard field goal?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? What teams think that this is just like
regular,
normal?
Came up way short. And
it wasn't
allowed
close.
the return. 108 yards, but
109 yards, NFL record.
When you give up 109-yard field goal return and you still only put up like 16 points or something,
right? They put up 19 points.
It's not looking good. But I really want to see the Cardinals play a top-notch team because they look tough.
Yeah.
They look tough right now. The offense just puts up points.
He puts some respect on
30 plus every game.
Put the team on his back.
I think I never once said that Kyler could not play football. That has never come on my mouth. I think he's a dynamic player. I think he
just wants
he is even MVP capable. I didn't say he wouldn't win a Super Bowl. I think
you said you couldn't win with a quarterback like him.
Yeah,
I did not say that. I did not say you couldn't win. I said there will be moments.
I'll find it.
There will be moments in Kyler's career where he's going to look just as small as he actually is.
You full of shit, right?
On the NFL. That's exactly what I said.
You kind of full of shit right now.
Changing it up a lot.
We'll come back. That's exactly what I said.
I'll find the tape. I'll play it for you. We'll discuss then.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Any other games from this week?
Nah.
Do you have any Bengals takes? What do you think of them as a team? Are they a legitimate?
I think Jamar Chase is nice.
I keep seeing highlights everywhere. He seems to be lighting it up.
He got 4 touchdowns in 3 weeks, so seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, he's a problem.
I'm intrigued by them.
Nothing impressive. I think Joe Burrow is decent. I think he can facilitate the offense, but I wasn't necessarily impressed by Joe Burrow. I think he made a couple good throws when he needed to, and that's all you need to do if a team can only score 10 points. So I wasn't. Nothing stood out except for Jamar Chase. He stood out for me. He made a spectacular catch in the end zone. which where he just had more juice than the other guy. Like, it just seems like, when a guy's so fast that he can just hit another acceleration to track a ball, he has that.
That was a tough play.
Yeah, you can't really. I can't really be mad at the corner because it's kind of hard to guard when a dude can just
before the half though
hit a sprint. Yeah, that was a terrible play to give, especially after Ben mustered up everything that he possibly could to score one touchdown. The only touchdown we scored all game.
Your boy Freemuth. What's his name?
Freiermuth.
Whatever.
Bro, you're going to get some respect.
He's a bum.
I saw him have a catch. At one point.
He's a good player. He's going to be good. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, just don't compare him to Gronk ever again.
He doesn't want to be. He's going to be better. No, I'm just playing.
Do you want to get into any of these other games? There's other games I don't have. We've gone pretty long here on football.
I don't know if there's any other.
Safety or a touchdown?
Oh, well, we didn't talk about the...
That's a touchdown.
That's a fucking that's a touchdown. They got a fumble or something.
Fuck yeah.
The Chargers and Chiefs game.
Oh yeah, Chiefs 1-2, like us. Haha.
Like a lot of good teams right now.
I didn't watch a ton of that game, but what takeaways did you have?
Herbert's a baller, man. 4 TDs.
He is a monster.
I think
Williams. Is a
he was balling.
He catches everything he throws to him.
He's the only. I think he's like completely separated himself from any of the other really young quarterbacks. No,
what you mean by that?
As far as throwing the ball, you think he like Josh Allen-ish, or
is he the same? Is he the same class?
No.
How long has he been in the league?
This is his second year.
Yeah, second year.
All right, so I guess I'm not really saying anything now. Who else came out last year with him?
In his class.
On Danny Downs, he was the year before, wasn't he?
Yeah, I forget who was in this class.
Oh, Herbert seems closer to the elite level quarterbacks than he does to any of the other guys that came in around his time after then or whatnot. Like he seems to be legitimate top 5 quarterback for most of his career moving forward, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe not right now, but he clearly is a baller.
Yeah.
Second year playing the way he is.
Yeah, and then they got Derwin James back. He's one of the best safeties in the league.
Big difference to the
Bosa's a good player as well, too. So
good.
But the Chiefs can't keep playing.
What's going on?
The way that they're playing, man. They can't keep on doing this. You can get the lead, and then we'll try to, do something to come back. Yeah. Mahomes had a bad game.
Definitely did.
Threw a couple picks.
3 TDs, 2 picks.
I'm just going to keep sinking with the ship. If they end up being bad, they end up being bad. I just have zero concern.
Well, they signed Josh Gordon, so they about to bounce back.
Oh, he'll be suspended in 2 weeks. One of the Mahomes picks was tipped the ball over the middle. I mean, they count as picks. It is what it is. But the Edwards-Helaire fumble, was that this past week or was that the Ravens game? That was the Ravens game that he threw away.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that there's any. I don't have legitimate concern.
Yeah,
my biggest concern for them is that they don't seem to take games serious a lot of times.
Right. Or the fact that their defense isn't very good either. Yeah,
they're not. I expect they'll get better and maybe add somebody later in the season. I don't know, but their offense just blows my mind. I just look at them as borderline invincible.
Quick strike, they can definitely hit, but it's just like how many times are you going? Like, when are you going to actually start playing with the lead?
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you have to change that up. You can't walk into every game and say, "Hey, well, it's okay that we're behind."
You just turn it on.
Yeah,
right. Because it's going to be some teams that's not going to allow that.
Yeah,
right. It creates a bad culture and everything.
It's a bad habit to start with. Yeah.
I just if Helaire doesn't fumble in that Ravens game and they win it, then I think we're looking at it's like, oh, they're 2-1 and Herbert had a big game. I don't put much into it.
Yeah, it's still early.
Yeah,
still early.
Any others?
No, that's it.
I think that's it from
Browns Bears is such a blowout. We'll cover both of them next week.
9 sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's it. That's all I got. NFL wise.
Take us into the other topics you got, Moss, since you kept topics for us. Thank you, sir.
Yes. I mean, how y'all trying to go? You talking about Stephen A?
Yeah, let's do the sports ones that you had. So I heard about this, that Kellerman is on his own show now.
Put him on a different show.
What happened? Do you know?
Well, there was rumors that Stephen A wanted Max off the show. He was denying it for a while, wasn't really responding to it. And after that happened, he came out and said, yeah, I wanted him off the show. He said he felt like we reached our ceiling, and it was time to move on. So now they've been doing like different guests every day type shit.
I heard that they had like Tebow for Fridays, Michael Irvin for one day.
Yep.
So they're another
person out different guys. What's his name? Perk.
Okay.
Perk on there too.
He's a good ESPN personality.
Yeah. Well, I think they just it's want to like get a different dynamic because it's kind of like you already know where everybody like stands.
Yeah.
When it's Max and Steven, you already know what side they're gonna fall on when the topic even comes up.
Yep.
So it's good to kind of shake it up.
Stopped watching First Take because of Max.
Oh, really?
I was just sick of his takes.
Oh wow!
It was like because it's like
I think you got a beef with Max because he said that shit about Brady a long time ago, and then he was like, you know what, fuck this dude.
I mean, well, Brady got a lot of haters. That's regular. But
Max said he would rather Andre Iguodala take a last-second shot game on the line than Steph or Clay.
Yeah, shit like that. It's shit like that. It's like
from the moment I heard that, I've never heard another thing that he said ever. Never heard another word.
I think I remember that. Like
there was another terrible Kobe take back a while back too that I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was so bonkers like that you just can't even take him serious. But I hate those shows because they do that. So I wasn't on camera before.
But at least like it wasn't even like entertaining to hear his takes that he said because Steve A just gonna get loud and what I'm saying kill you the whole time. At least just go watch Skip and Shannon. It's a great debate the whole time. It's really entertaining to watch. But
what's Max doing? Do you know what the show is?
He got his own show. He's on his morning show
with Keyshawn and
so it's the same style. It's
just earlier before First Take.
It's not the same style. It's more like radio.
Yeah, he is.
With Keyshawn and what's my other guy? The basketball dude.
Jason Woods.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
I don't mind Max per se. Not specific. I don't like those hot takes. They're stupid, but I used to like him a lot. He started with boxing, and he was like the first Around the Horn host.
Yeah.
He's been at ESPN for a minute.
Yeah. So he'll always have a job, just not on First Take.
What do you think about that reasoning?
That they hit that ceiling? I agree. I feel like they hit it for a while now.
You think that's what
I haven't been watching it.
Or you think they have beef?
I kind of believe him. I've seen Stephen do a few interviews after we were talking about it, and he's trying to really own it. Like he said, actually, Max disagreed with him when he addressed him about it. He felt like they didn't. He could still stay on, but it's Stephen A's show. So
the person that's leaving, I'm sure, thinks there's still room to grow.
Right. Of course, he wants to stay on the primetime show at ESPN.
I feel like both of them would be extremely annoying to work with.
Yeah.
So after doing that for years, I could see him saying, you know what, maybe we should just do a different show.
So Molly might be the real winner.
She is the winner. We're the winner.
Yeah, Vax.
Jalen's the winner.
Yeah, for sure.
Out of there though, man.
That dude is one in life for sure.
He is Jalen's man.
We got some more shit. President? No. Bullshit.
What about it?
Oh, but you gotta get vaxxed if you want to survive these hurricanes.
You gotta be vaxxed to do anything. I didn't know the hurricanes were checking vax cards though.
Shit is wild.
So when was this? Y'all were telling me a little bit before we started recording. I missed this completely.
Probably like a week and a half ago or something like that. Yeah. When that big hurricane hit down there.
I was gonna say whenever the big hurricane was coming.
Remember he said the first step into something about the hurricane. First step into surviving the hurricane is getting vaccinated.
That shit's wild.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I seen some people try to spin it to make it seem like what he said makes sense.
No, bro.
On some shit like because the hospitals are already packed with people that have COVID and shit like that. So if
you gonna have to say that when you say it.
Yeah, but when you say that sentence together, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's like when you leave every morning to go to work and you turn the same direction.
Yeah.
And then randomly you got a day off and you go leave and just turn that same direction out of habit.
Just keep driving to work.
He was just like, first thing you got to do is get vaccinated. Like, it's a hurricane. Oh, well, vaccinated anyway.
That's it. Yeah, for sure.
Just out of habit. Just the first thing. Vaccinated is the most important thing.
Well, kind of know. I got my first vaccination shot.
Oh yeah,
are you on it?
Yeah, I got my first one. I get my second one
growing
in fucking 3 days.
Oh, so you've been doing this? You've been keeping it a secret because you gotta wait a month in between.
Yeah, I got my I don't think
What flag you rep?
Huh?
Moderna?
Pfizer.
Oh, the cheap shit. Knock off Moderna.
Pfizer.
Knock off
That's the only one that's FDA approved, right?
I don't know. I don't know
bro.
about anything.
Yeah, that's the only one that's FDA approved.
FDA like that.
I don't think that's true. Seriously, they all were.
Not that Johnson & Johnson shit.
I believe it was.
Shooting up the motherfucker.
That came up for one day, and the next day they started back up shooting people up again.
Look, I don't know. I just know what the one I got is. So, of course,
shit's crazy.
I get my little vaccination card. I get it filled out.
What made you get
very excited about
join the other side? Made you sell out?
Don't you still work at home?
I didn't have a stance.
I said, don't you still work at home?
Yeah, I didn't have a stance. Whether like to get it or not, I really don't care. I always say, if I need to get it, then I will.
So they ain't make you get it to be security?
No, they don't. But I did think about that though. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be working these games around thousands of motherfucking people, and it's very close interactions with these people as well. You got.
Is everybody at the games masked up?
Fuck no, man. Especially at Liberty.
Just wondering.
People don't wear masks in Liberty.
Tech's got to be just as bad.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but you might see at least a mask at Tech, or a few people wear masks. You will literally see not one person in Liberty attire wearing a mask. It just doesn't. They will not. It's just something that doesn't exist up there.
Fuck with that shit.
They don't fuck with it at all. Like if you go to Liberty campus, you're not gonna. You will be fucking like. I don't know. People will look at you like you got fucking 3 arms if you walk in there with a mask. Seriously.
Do you have your third arm yet?
No.
From the vaccine?
No.
Well,
it's a
speaking
joke
of Vax,
whole thing was.
Speaking of Vax, I heard the NBA has like 90% of their players vaxxed up. Mm-hmm. But of course, there's always gonna be some outliers out there.
Gotta be.
So first it was your boy, old boy Andrew Wiggins over in San Fran. They got a huge mandate. Everybody got to be vaxxed to do anything public. So he might not be able to play home games because he ain't trying to get vaxxed. And your favorite player in the NBA,
shout out to Kyrie.
Mr. Kyrie Irving.
Shout out to Kyrie.
New York has their mandate as well. Can't do nothing without being vaxxed. So he might not be able to play home games because he's not vaxxed.
So he's the one that I'm curious about. They had a press conference today that he couldn't attend because of this. Mm-hmm. But I did see it looked like it was him on Zoom or something. And he gave a pretty short statement, just said that he wanted, basically asked people to respect his privacy about the vaccination, but said that we'll have this addressed or taken care of by the end of the month or something like that. So he alluded to something is going to be done. I can't see Kyrie backing off for nothing. So whatever the agreement is, has got to be something that he's reaching with somebody. I don't know. But I am very curious to see what happens because New York, like you said, I think it's New York, California. I'm not sure where else. I think those might be the only 2.
Canada got a mandate as well.
We don't count them. They're not American.
Yeah, but
wannabes. Yes, mandatory vaccinations to play at all. So something's going to have to give.
Yeah.
Those players are not going to be on the team only playing on road games.
If he doesn't get vaccinated, and so he will not be allowed to play any home games.
Oh, he'll retire.
Do you think they trade his ass?
I think he retires.
Retires.
And he said something fairly recently that he doesn't want to play anywhere else and he would retire if he was traded.
Damn.
Kyrie's dying to be a martyr. If they take him out,
he gonna die on that hill.
Yeah, if they take him out on the vaccine, I absolutely believe he'll die on that hill. No pun intended.
Sheesh. So you fucking with Kyrie on this? On this,
yeah. Fucking mandatory vaccination. Yeah, I only ride against Kyrie when he does stupid shit. I do hate Kyrie.
So you would put this in like a stupid shit category?
No. I don't have a problem with him standing up for anything that he believes in, but you just gotta take what comes with that.
Right. I mean, it's certainly you're right to say if you want to get vaccinated or not. My only thing is just that it's like, yo, I mean, again, it's with this DeAndre Hopkins shit. It's like, you know, you make millions of dollars to do what you do. Nobody gives a fuck about your stance on vaccination. That's all I'm saying.
He hasn't even made a stance on vaccination.
But any of the guys that are standing up right now and it is becoming a deal about it, none of them are worried about what anybody else thinks about it.
Right.
That's fine too.
And that's clear from taking a stance.
Yeah, that's fine too. I mean, but at the same time, the game is gonna go on without you. That's all. That's my only point about it. It's not you're not taking your ball or and going home like it's motherfuckers still gonna play after you leave.
Right.
And it's still gonna be a great league. They will fucking forget about you.
Do you think that any of them don't believe that?
They might. I think a lot of people feel like they are like so important to the game or to their organization or whatever that if I don't show up, it really is going to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel like a lot of people think.
I don't believe that at all because everybody knows that the league is not going to collapse. Even if it's
you in the league, you know that you're not bigger than the league.
Even if it's LeBron, the whole league is not going to shut down for one person. I don't believe that at all. I mean, I think this is just people saying this is something that they believe in personally.
Yeah,
that's why I don't get your beef with it.
I mean, to me, it's just like I don't know. I get it. You get your own. Yeah, everybody has your rights.
I mean, what if your job told you had to shave your dreads?
Of course I'm not going to do that.
Right, that's my point. Like to other people, they would look at it. Say it's a really good job opportunity. You're gonna get paid really well or something. Other people would be like, "Just cut your hair, it's stupid." To you, that means something.
But no, I mean
that was a really good point.
People put all types of shit in their bodies and stuff like that, and that they don't even fucking know what it is all the time. Like I'm sure when Kyrie's talking to
but you're just trying.
Well, I'm saying
You're basically me trying to convince you that your hair is not important.
Well,
I understand.
I'm just saying
that's what you're saying.
When Kyrie's talking to the athletic trainer and shit about, I got something's wrong with my knee or all of this stuff, does he just take what the athletic trainer tells him to take, or does he go and researches all of this stuff to see what's in it and stuff like that? No, you probably just take whatever the fucking doctor prescribes.
Probably does.
I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's true with Kyrie.
My only issue with all the pushback is that like how often do we ever know?
But
you know what I'm saying? All of this, like everything that people are trying to break down to me. That's all I'm saying.
The FDA stuff, the putting the vaccine in my body, that's a bullshit cover up. I think for most people. To not just say that you're not going to tell me what
you just don't want to conform. That's it. Right. And
I think that's a reasonable thing because this is what when people talk about like slippery slope stuff.
Right.
Obviously, a lot of the stuff that gets talked about in those kind of discussions will most likely never happen. But it's possible that something could. It's
possible.
And 4 years ago, to think that you have to have a vaccine passport to be able to travel. We would have laughed in your face and said, that's fucking America. Like, that's not going to happen.
Right.
And now all of a sudden it is. And I think there are a lot of people. This is where I'm at because a lot of it is just, fuck you, you're not going to tell me what to do. But I do think this is just, if nobody stands up against somebody that is looking to infringe upon like individual right, which is what the stance of most people that are anti-vax are taking. If nobody does that, then you can't get mad 2 years from now when they do something else. When they do something else that they shouldn't be allowed to make you do. So I have like the ultimate respect for people that are willing to fight and stand up against that. I probably won't be that person eventually. Eventually it'll be enough of a pain in the butt that I'm gonna just get vaccinated and it is what it is. But if somebody else is willing to stand up against that and say they think this is a violation of my personal privacy or personal rights, I just respect it.
I respect that as well. But my thing about it is, what's the other solution, though?
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the other solution? Like,
I could just not get vaccinated. If you're worried about getting sick, then you get vaccinated.
Well, no, I mean, just like overall, I think for everyone, like, have you? We know that this COVID shit is not going away.
Right.
Like, this is something we've dealt with for 2 years now. Going forward, and really the shit's only gotten worse. It's had some just overall.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you were looking at the numbers and reports and stuff like that, it's just been up and down. It has never been to a point where we feel like the coast is clear. We just decided to open shit back up because we can't keep
we're going to treat it like the flu. People get flu vaccinations every year. You got the choice to get that vaccination or not.
Right, and that's fine. That's something I've never had before was a flu vaccination. Right. I get what I'm saying is just what's the alternative for the people who are like, how do we get rid of this then?
You either don't. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just learn to live with it type thing?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's already what we're doing now. The part that doesn't make sense is the vaccine. They're like, get the vaccine so you'll be safe. And then the very next sentence is, what are we going to do to protect against these unvaccinated people that are making it unsafe for the vaccinated?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
if vaccinated makes it safe, then why are you worried about it?
Yeah, none of that shit.
You still get it while vaccinated.
If you're worried,
I'll just get the booster shot now. Get a boost. Like,
if y'all are both vaccinated and I'm not, the only concern should be that I might die when I don't have to, which is my problem.
That's a fact. Right.
It's not y'all's.
Right. It has nothing. Like
y'all are protected.
I certainly get that.
In that scenario.
Yeah, I certainly get that.
It is what it is. I do have Kyrie's back on this, but it's not going to matter.
He's going to get vaccinated because he wants to play in the NBA.
I'm not sold. I hope he retires because it would be the ultimate perfect meeting of I get to cheer for him standing up to fuck you to the mandatory vaccinations and I get rid of Kyrie. That's be like the pinnacle moment.
Yeah.
That's my hopes, but
hey,
what do I know?
That's what it is.
We got to be close to
No, we 19 then.
All right.
But well, speaking of basketball, Ben Simmons out here holding out.
Did you see Embiid today?
I seen something. You tried to talk to him?
I don't know, press conference of some sort. He didn't I don't think he was like trying to go at Simmons, but they were just asking him in general about the situation and stuff. And he's like, I mean, it's part of the business. Like, we all get rumored to be traded. You've got to figure out how to deal with it or whatever. But he said something like, I mean, imagine if Golden State calls and they say we give you Clay and Seth for me. They have to do that. I would do that. I was like, yo, that's hilarious.
That's a funny African accent, by the way.
Dude, I'm pretty solid. Pretty solid. Let's go. Embiid is hilarious, though. Too funny. You had to know as soon as he said it, it was just going to look like he's just shitting on Simmons. But Simmons is done. There's no chance he plays for Philly ever again. He said that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was funny that the first thing that Embiid had said a couple of weeks ago, well, it was about like a month ago now, where he was like, everybody's not built the same. It was like he was trying to defend Simmons, but he said that shit just like, oh damn.
Is that one of those African moments?
Yeah, he was
just like the straightforward.
Yeah, he was out of touch a little bit, like. It's like, everybody's not built the same to deal with this type of stuff. Oh, damn, he really just kind of threw my man under the bus a little bit.
Every time he tries to help, Simmons is like, yo, fuck that dude. Right. This is why I'm leaving.
Yeah, this is why I got to get away. This is exactly what we had plenty of conversations like this before.
Yeah, I heard they tried to meet up with him, but he didn't want to see his teammates.
He told him, don't come. Yeah, don't come. They were going to fly down and try to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm all for
don't come.
The holding out to get your bread or whatever you got to do, but this shit is stupid.
What?
You got to cut this shit out.
What's the difference?
Because it's like, you can't do what you did in the playoffs and hold out like you have some right to be holding out. What are you holding out for?
I mean, he has zero leverage.
Like, what are you holding out for, though? Like, what's the reason you're holding out?
I feel like he had his reasoning makes more sense.
Like, he's had 4 years left in his new contract. Like, what are you holding out for?
I think his reasoning makes more sense than the guys that just hold out because they want to get paid more. The whole Philly shit on him. The whole fan base, teammates throw him under the bus. Doc threw him under the bus. Like, get me the fuck out of here. Fuck y'all.
I mean, I guess
it's a tough spot to be in.
I mean, when the teammates and coach didn't have his back, I understand not wanting to play there anymore.
Ultimately, he's clearly too light skinned to be in Philadelphia.
It doesn't look good on you.
It doesn't look good.
To be that bad in the playoffs.
To be that light skinned in the
get
playoffs.
shitted on. Oh, I'm just not gonna play no more. I'm gonna just stay up in my room and not talk to nobody. Like man up, bro.
40 a year or something. It's not a good look.
And at the very least, you can talk to your teammates. They ain't did shit to you.
Yeah, I mean, look, but this is very similar to the personality that he's displayed on the basketball court. Very passive, timid. He don't want to deal with confrontation.
It's a good point, honestly.
This is exactly the person that he's always been.
That's true.
It's a good point.
Runs away from the adversity.
Right, he doesn't want to deal with it. Of course, he doesn't want the guys to come and talk to him because then his little ass will crumble.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Okay. And he don't even really mean it, but he's not strong enough to tell these motherfuckers to their face, like, no, fuck you and Philly.
So this was the strong move, then.
Yeah, this is the best.
If you know you're not strong enough to stand up face to face and turn it down,
don't even come.
No, it's
better off to keep it away.
That's
actually very weak.
It's self-aware.
Go in hiding.
Yeah, right. It's self-aware.
It's self-aware.
Let your agent do all this.
Maybe not strength. It's self-aware.
Yeah. I don't know where he goes, though.
I don't know either, but he'll be gone. He's a good enough asset that I don't think he'll be difficult to get rid of. Yeah. We've already seen the NBA, how it moves right now. Yeah. Players have enough power that Philly's not going to say, we're just going to keep you.
Yeah.
He'll be going somewhere.
We're going to take on that contract, though. Whew. It's a lot of money left.
I want to see him in Golden State. I really do.
I still don't get that.
I just think he would be just the perfect facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, it's another Draymond Green. Kind of just a better version.
Yeah, better offensive version.
That doesn't sell it when we say it's another Draymond Green.
Not the greatest sell, but I know what you're getting. Not a sell
for me at all.
I know what you're getting.
Another Draymond. Another guy that doesn't do nothing on the stat sheet.
No.
I'm not sure he'll do more than Draymond.
But still like finish with 12 points, 37 rebounds, and 16 assists.
The ball's going to move.
Yeah.
For sure. That's one thing.
We know he's going to pass it. Yeah. That's for sure. Ain't going to shoot it.
Let's talk about some music real quick.
Some music vibes?
Yeah.
I've been out of touch with music. I just haven't had the urge to listen. And then being gone and stuff, and we're with a group, so I wasn't just tuning out.
What'd you say? I know this debate was going on about Drake.
Michael Jackson.
And these silly children nowadays.
What are they even asking? What are we getting at? The
debate was literally like, people were saying that Drake is a bigger artist than Michael Jackson was.
Oh, you say he's bigger?
That's what the debate on Twitter was.
Oh, no, they drunk.
Yeah, I think that's just that's a recency bias with young people.
Right? Yeah, you have no idea who Michael Jackson is if you say that.
I mean, we don't.
If you say that,
Drake can't dance.
We don't know Michael Jackson to the extent of what he was in his peak.
I mean, yeah,
you'd have to experience that.
Yeah, we got a good idea.
As a kid,
I was a huge Michael Jackson fan.
It's not the same as experiencing Kanye West when you're 16 years old as going back and listening to Kanye if you were born in 2005. It's the same shit with Michael Jackson. We can love and appreciate and understand how great he was, but if you were not there in the moment when they were at the peak, it's not the same.
I mean, I was alive when Mike was Mike. We was all alive.
You were born in 88.
But his biggest years weren't in the 80s.
It was in the 90s.
It was in the 90s when he had his reign. When he was that
you were
prime
4?
peak. I was older than that.
Yeah, but
I had Michael Jackson albums when I was a kid. Like
Thriller.
that double album.
When did Thriller
not Thriller. Not Thriller.
Thriller was Michael Jackson's peak.
The double album.
When did Thriller come?
The double album with Man in the Mirror and all that shit on it.
Of course he was still going. Y'all were not alive when Mike was in his peak. You were not at the age where you were experiencing Mike in his peak.
I mean, I wasn't at a concert, no. But I definitely knew Michael. You know something wild? When my daughter was like in elementary school, they made the kids do I guess it was like a play about Michael Jackson. I thought it was the wildest shit ever. I was like, this motherfucker really is the greatest ever. Why are they teaching the kids about Michael Jackson?
That's a fact. Yeah, why are they learning about this in school?
Why are they teaching the kids about Michael Jackson? They're never going to teach kids about Drake.
That won't even happen for Drake in Toronto.
I thought that was the wildest shit. Like, he's a part of history.
I'm a huge, like you said, I fuck with Drake heavy. He's one of the greatest rappers of all time, hands down. There is not a rapper ever. I hate to have to explain this shit to people sometimes.
That History album, that was good and dangerous.
No rapper, even Drake, cannot compare to. Like, I know Drake's a pop star, but you can't really compare to a pop star when you're a rapper.
Yeah.
And especially not the biggest one of all time. Literally, we're talking about the guy who sold more records than anybody. Nobody has ever sold more records than Michael Jackson. We talk about the guy who
not only that, he owns like fucking half the fucking classic records in it because he owns like a lot of songs.
He bought the Beatles catalog.
Yeah.
We talk about a dude who, I mean, come on, it's unmatched when we're talking about wealth, music, like just being an icon. I don't know if there's any other icon bigger than Michael Jackson in music history.
We've
like
literally
Elvis.
seen Drake get booed before. We never even had the thought of Michael Jackson getting booed if he showed up somewhere.
Could you imagine?
It would never happen.
Could you? Right.
They probably whoop somebody's ass if they try to get a boo off.
Right. And especially like I'm sure Drake puts on a good show. Nobody put on a better show than Michael Jackson. No. It was like when you were going to get your. I say it like I've been there, but you were going to get your fucking money's worth if you were going to a Michael Jackson show.
Sing the clips.
Right. He's gonna do all of this shit like it's gonna be a performance. It's not just somebody singing a song tonight. Like you're gonna get a performance.
Don't have no backup dancers. Just be him on the stage, going crazy.
So yeah, I mean, I thought that debate was ridiculous. Like, come on now, he's got his albums doing good right now. Let him do his thing. Like, it just shows you the kind of the silliness that comes up now.
Pure silliness.
It really is.
Pure silliness.
Come on, man.
Well, pause.
You gotta relax.
Yeah. What's the new music over the last 2 weeks?
Jordan and Cole single. That dropped
I did listen to that.
That was fire.
It's a good song. First listen, I was like, oh, it's a cool bop, cool little bop.
Same.
Second listen, I'm like, oh, this should kind of go a little bit. Didn't really get going into it. When I seen them together, I'm like, oh, this is about to be some bars, about to be crazy.
No, that's not it.
And then I was like, oh, this is like
it's a radio
concept single.
Did it like
going on right now?
Guilty Conscious, M and Dre.
And I didn't. When I heard Cole, I was like, what is he? How is he rapping? And then I seen the video. I was like, oh, he's on his Guilty Conscious shit.
Yeah,
being I get it.
I liked it a lot. I think it's just another example of Jordan finding his lane.
Yeah,
like
I think so too.
A little bit, because I mean, I think this is the last 2 or 3 singles he's put out have kind of been on this type of time. You know what I'm saying?
Like it without the video.
Right.
Well, actually, this one is one where it all came together.
Yeah,
it came together. The song was about and the video was cool.
I haven't heard just the audio. I actually watched the video. Never heard it once, but
yeah, it's a good song though.
Yeah, right.
It's a good song. So I liked it a lot. I thought, like I said, it just showed me more growth from Jordan, and then of course I seen that shit with him and Karen Civil.
Oh yeah,
he went off on her.
Yeah, so what I gathered is he kind of basically said that he had paid her for some work and then she just stiffed him and didn't do it at all.
That's his perspective.
I know who she is. Like, this is my first time hearing her name, especially this many times in 1 week.
Right.
Explain to me exactly who she is, where she came from, and what she does.
Karen Civil, I don't know what title you would give her, but she has helped careers of people like Lil Wayne, Nipsey.
She almost seemed like a manager, but
kind of, but not really.
No,
more so like
she's not like an A&R.
She kind of like a person that puts you in a position to be bigger. Kind of shit like that.
It's like, who does she know?
She got connections. Obviously, she's been around for a while.
Hip hop influencer,
right? She's like a dot connector. She's gonna connect you to the right producers, put you in the right interviews, put you in the right situations,
right.
Grow as an artist type shit.
Well, he could have used her.
That's why he was using her.
She should have done the promotion that he paid for.
But I think this is a situation where it's like, because when you're paying for somebody to do promotion for you, you're obviously expecting to pop when that happens. Mm-hmm. So when it don't happen, you feel like you got robbed.
Yeah.
Like, they could have did what they said they was going to do, but because your song or your whatever you had going didn't pop, you felt like they didn't do their job. But they probably did do their job. Your shit just didn't pop. I feel like it's just one of those situations. I mean, I don't know the details of it. That's what it seems like from the outside looking in.
Well, no, he went in on her. He pretty much said like she had like they had a list of things that she was supposed to do. And the only things that she ended up doing were things that were not on that list of things that she was supposed to do for the $60,000 that he gave her. And he's saying this is back in 2015.
Yeah, well, he won't.
And the $60,000 didn't even come out of his pocket. It came out of an investor's pocket. And an investor told him, like, look, I'm gonna help you out or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
That's what that was.
He was saying, like, hey, this the last of it, like this the last of the money that I can really help you out with. And he like, well, shit, I don't give a fuck. Like, pay her the money. Like, this is what she do. Like, he was saying like, yo, I was excited to give you the last $60K out of it. Like,
hearing that makes me even more so believe that he expected to pop off of the situation.
Well, yeah, he expected something to happen, but he's just pretty much saying like nothing happened. And then when he was trying to like call her and stuff about like, hey, what's next? What do I need to do? Blah, blah, blah. She pretty much was acting like he was bothering her on some shit like,
I'm on vacation.
Yeah, I'm on vacation, all of this stuff. Like, and then he just never heard from her again after that. So she kind of ghosted him. And he never seen anything that came from it. So, I mean, I get why he was pissed off about it.
He held on.
And he was saying, he was pissed because he was like, man, doing all of this stuff, like I'm giving you my last $60,000 and I got a fucking kid on the way. Like, so he was saying, he was definitely expecting a pop, but I don't think he was expecting, like Jordan don't seem like a simple-minded person that thinks like instant gratification type thing. Just because I give you this, I get that. He was just expecting to see some kind of results from it.
I think Jordan better be careful before he wale's himself. We've seen a few instances where he's like complaining or going online, talking about somebody that did him dirty, feeling like he got gypped or something like that. We've seen the shit with Logic, like he stole his song. We've seen a few times where he's complaining about shit that's happened to him in the industry. You got to accept that this shit gonna happen to you coming up in the industry, right? Like, you can't hold on to the shit when you now are successful.
That's a really good comparison, actually. I think he might have already done that.
Might have.
I think they might be.
Like, we're seeing you and your success right now. You're complaining about shit from 5-6 years ago. You're on there. Let that shit go.
I think they might be very similar, though, in that I do think, like what you were saying, where Jordan's not somebody that's just like putting together a throw together type plan. I think they both take their art so serious,
right,
that they're always upset because nobody else is ever going to take it as serious and treat it the way that they want it to.
They want to be seen.
Yeah, they've got a really set vision. So that if you're not doing exactly how I thought, you're not rocking with me, and then they get mad. You're right. It's not a good look. Not a good look for him at all. But I can see it either way. I can see her half-assing it and being like, I'm major already. I got his money. Well, it is what it is. And I can also see him like over expecting that this just means a guaranteed success and it not happening. Who knows?
That's possible. But I mean, there were other, this is in the clubhouse shit. But it was other people in that room that also had a gripe with Karen Civil as well too. Just by the way she conducted business and stuff like she was really under fire. I don't know why she even walked into that room.
People need to stop going to clubhouse when they're getting killed online already.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
Every time we see it, like, yo, what are you doing?
So when you heard the other artists also having that complaint, you think having multiple artists having that same issue with her lends more credibility to it?
Yeah, and it wasn't even just artists. It was just
I don't think it was artists. It was just random.
It was just random people who were just saying like they don't like the way she conducts herself or like it conducts business and stuff like that, or like she was like undercutting people. I guess people that she like used to work with and stuff like that. They felt like she just kind of grimy the way that she handles her business and stuff like that. She don't give people. I don't know what to believe, but I know when hey, it's 10 voices against one. I know what it looks like.
Or it could be a pile-on situation because she's under fire right now.
Interesting.
What's up? What we got?
Oh, you gonna bring up something?
I set your bitch ass up.
What we got? I don't know where we at.
Completely.
We don't have enough time to get into it, but we talked before the pod today about R. Kelly getting convicted today. And Carl's been defending R. Kelly
related
for forever now and always defends it as in he's never been convicted. And then as soon as he gets convicted, he's like, oh, it wasn't a fair trial. So I just had to ask the questions that when you have multiple accusers saying the same thing, did you think they'll lend more credibility? You said yes. When 10 voices against one are saying the same thing, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it does. It does not. And it did not look good
for Robert till the death.
It did not look good for Robert Kelly at all.
You got
my only
Sylvester Kelly. You should never trust nobody with the name Sylvester.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's a slick motherfucker.
That's a sly motherfucker.
That's a sly motherfucker right there.
We slash over Sylvester.
They call him sly. Yeah. That's
you can't trust them motherfuckers, bro.
No, my only issue again is this: that he was put on trial before he was ever put on trial. And I feel like everybody who was involved with the documentary, they know all of this information. Your ass should be in fucking jail too because you helped the situation. That's my only issue.
No, well,
that's my only issue. That's my main issue.
You've stated that. I feel you. That's cool. Well, we've asked you many a times if you thought if he is guilty or not. And you skirted the question with, he's not been convicted. So I ask you again if he is guilty.
He is guilty, yes.
All right, that's all.
That's what the verdict said. But was it a fair trial? Fuck no. You don't get one as a black man in America.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Are you forgetting that he beat that trial already?
Here we go.
Just saying, bro.
I'm paying off the witnesses.
I really had no.
He got fucking racketeering charges. This motherfucker's gonna be in jail for a long time.
He's not getting out. He's not getting out.
No intention.
He got sex trafficking, racketeering.
Yeah. They're putting you under the jail.
But don't if you get racketeering charges, don't somebody else got to go down with you?
Those were just one state's charges.
Yeah.
I believe he's still facing like multiple other states, but probably irrelevant at that point.
It's a wrap.
But that was news. Do you remember any other topics?
Carl
just set that up. He was in the middle of talking, and I was like, "Oh,
I was trying to explain exactly." But Youngboy dropped.
Youngboy dropped. Yeah.
I still haven't got to listen to it.
He's going on pace to do 135 or so.
Yes, I can see that.
First week, no promotion.
He's battling Drake for the top spots right now.
Yeah. He gonna knock Drake off. No promotion though.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. Like even YouTube isn't promoting this album. Like it's on YouTube. Of course, you can go listen to it. Yeah. But I guess they got some kind of way. I guess the way they actually promote an album. Maybe they put it on more people's feeds and stuff like that. But apparently, they're not. And his management team spoke out about it. YouTube said that they can't promote it because of his image right now.
Oh, because he's in jail.
But what kind of shit is that?
That's stupid.
All rappers have the same image.
This is the shit I was talking about 1.5 years ago.
What you mean?
With Tekashi?
Yeah. And now Tory's been a victim of it.
Yeah.
If you want to call it a victim. And now him.
Get blackballed?
Yeah.
But it's like...
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And it should have been able to stand, but everybody was riding for it when it was Tekashi because we didn't like Tekashi. But I said when it happens to artists that we like over shit that we think is stupid, we'll be mad about it. And that's what's going to keep happening. Every time somebody gets a charge, an allegation, and Spotify starts knocking them off the new music list, that's all bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like how they pick and choose.
It's all bullshit.
But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know if you're really getting, well, Tory's getting blackballed. But it's, when you got the internet, there's so many ways around getting blackballed. Yeah,
but that doesn't change their action.
Yeah.
You're finding a way to get around it. The NFT stuff Tory did was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I credit to the people that are fighting back and finding ways to get around that music.
But Youngboy, I don't even feel like it's really like even a blackball because he's still topping all the charts every time he drops.
It's just off the strength of his fame. Youngboy don't get like radio play like that or nothing.
Zero. Yeah. I never heard
the only song I've ever heard on the radio was Outside.
But that's radio. That's more content driven. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Possibly, but I'm just saying, like, that's how strong his fan. He don't necessarily have like a single that brings off that's gonna run up those units and stuff like that. It's a collection of all of these motherfuckers just getting played.
It's ridiculous.
So I like I said, he got one of the strongest fan base. He might have like on a realistic. Drake's not on a realistic level of rap. like on a realistic level of rap, when we talk about Lil Babies and NBA Young Boys and stuff like that, he probably has the strongest fan base out of any of these guys.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I seen him in that Birdman interview recently. He was talking about him. He's like, he feel like
Birdman tried to sign him, I'm sure.
No, he was just talking about he think NBA Youngboy would be like one of the biggest artists in the world going forward.
Like I said, his fan base,
his numbers do.
Yeah, his fan, and honestly, like I like some of Young Boy. There's some songs that I really like.
There's some really good songs.
There's some songs that I really, really don't like. But I mean, that's fine. I feel like when I listen to it, it's a lot of like the same, kind of
a little redundant,
over and over again. And so I can't really lock in with Young Boy like that. But it's like I said, there's some songs that I do really like a lot. But when I was listening to the album, I wouldn't say I was impressed by much. So
that was the same thing. I thought
no features though
on the last album. I noticed that too. On the last album he did though, I thought the same thing. When I listened through it, I was like, "This is not that impressive. I don't particularly care about any songs." And I ended up grabbing there's like 4 songs off of it that I like quite a bit.
Right,
but I think it is that redundant style that the albums overall are not that impressive to me.
Right. But I mean, hey, I think it's just one of those things where, because I mean, I feel like he has the versatility within like his skill set to be able to do different things, because he can fluctuate his voice and switch up flows. But I think his fan base like what he does so much that
they're not trying to hear it.
Right, they don't really want to hear him switch up anything. So he just kind of, like you said, he's just kind of playing to that niche. And I can't fuck with it personally, but like I said, there's some songs that I do like off the album. So
I gotta check it out. I will get to it though for sure.
This shit is pretty good, pretty decent.
We got a couple minutes left.
Yeah,
I don't have a sample. Do y'all want to get your 2 in? Do you want to finish up with new music and do samples next week?
I got some samples.
Yeah,
I got a sample.
All right, well,
I got a sample.
We're going to wrap it up, and we'll get back to more new music next week. And, of course, the next week of the NFL season. We'll be back on schedule again for normal next week. If you're listening to the audio, stay tuned for these samples. If you're on YouTube, peace.
Peace.
Deuces.